Let's get it. I know some of you are looking at it like, James, why would you put the hat with the light on Robyn? That's so cruel and unnecessary. It might be unnecessary, but it's certainly accurate. Look, I'm not saying that she a gold digger. I'm just saying she ain't trying to mess with no broke. Like, I'm just saying, like, it's just the way things kind of fell out, or at least the perception on the show. Now, when I use the term builder versus gold digger, this is something that was brought up during my Sunday night sister wife talk show that airs at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So check it out. But when I put that on and we were talking about it and we got into the question of how can you tell the difference between the two? Well, I mean, an easy way to tell the difference, especially when you're on the outside, is to look at the situation and how they carry themselves in the situation. Now, when it comes down to it, I like to have conversations with people. I like to talk to people. I like to get their perspective and their point of view. But the truth of the matter is that if you have any sophistication whatsoever, you can lie and you can deceive. You can pretend to be something that you are clearly not. If you ask Robyn early on, what is the purpose of you joining the Brown family? She'll tell you it's because of love. She'll tell you she was drawn to it. She'll tell you she heard voices from the heavens. Or she'll tell you that she was all about the family and she was so concerned about the one big happy family and being a part of a polygamous tribe and family and enjoying those kinds of relationships. The truth of the matter is that if you look at her actions tell you something different. When you look at the idea of her being a polygamist, you care about being a polygamist, but when you were given the opportunity to say and support your sisters, your sister wives, and their children when they had things going on with their lives, oh, Isabel's going out of town. Kody, you need to spend time with Isabel while she's going through this very challenging medical procedure. Updated. Oh, we first start going out? Kody, you need to spend time with your very pregnant wife who is about to give birth to your 13th child. Now is a great opportunity for you to spend that time with her because certainly if I was in the same situation, I would want you to spend the same time with me. That's the difference between a builder and a taker, a builder and a gold digger. The fact that she's sitting there, no job, zero job, brought in debt, brought in mouths to feed, brought in nothing but liability, but she hasn't contributed anything towards the financial security and aggrandizement of the family. She hasn't done anything to help the family out as far as that's concerned. Oh, I tried to start a multi-level marketing business, which I called Sister Wife's Closet, but that fell through. Oh well, I tried. And speaking of which, for this week's Sister Wives Talk Show at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Sunday night, I will be talking about the multi-level marketing business proposition that the Sister Wives try to roll out called Sister Wives Closet. So come check that out. But throughout this, one of the things that is constantly being said or remarked with regard to Robyn and Kody's relationship and Robyn and how she deals with Kody in the relationship is the idea that if Kody ever lost his career, if he ever lost career, I mean the show, and he ever lost the money that comes along with the show, Robyn is also gone with that money and that opportunity. She's not sticking around. She's not going to stick around and try to help you rebuild. She's not going to move into a trailer with you and try to figure things out. Kody's afraid of poverty because poverty will mean that he's going to lose his family, his life, and his wife. That's what that means. So when he says, I ain't afraid of nothing but poverty, that's the poverty he's speaking of. Right? Because he's going to be down another wife. Now, when I talk about the whole idea of builders, OG3, to me, they represent the builders. Why? Because they started out this relationship when Kody had nothing. They didn't avoid him, try to get rid of him, or sidestep him or ignore him. They encouraged him. They helped him to build up what he had. These people who help you start out and are there when you first start, and as they say, come in on the ground floor as you grow, these are the ones who are more likely to stick around, help you maintain what you have. And if you lose it, they're the ones that are going to be there to help you regain what you've lost. So that's one of the benefits of being with somebody who knows the value and importance and what the struggle was like. And if anything, they're the ones who are going to try to advise against you doing things which might put you in a situation where you go back to struggling. Like, for instance, when Kody was talking about selling the homes in Las Vegas, oh, we're going to sell the houses in Las Vegas to secure our future. He talked to Robyn so that they decided that they wanted to move to Arizona because it was so pretty, so lovely. I could pull the clip where he had talked about taking Robyn's daughters to Arizona during her birthday to see what it was like, and then talking about how the daughter was so nervous and scared and suffering from anxiety because she didn't know what it was going to be like. I thought y'all was just going on a road trip to see the sights. Why was she nervous? Who gets nervous about going on a road trip? You told her this is where we're possibly going to move, so you wanted to give her the heads up because Robyn does take her kids into consideration that way. So that's what you did. But when you moved to Arizona, you moved from an expensive housing market, which would be Las Vegas, Nevada, to a more expensive housing market, which would be Arizona, Flagstaff, Arizona. It costs more to build. It costs more to purchase homes. For the money that you spend, your money is a lot shorter. And it doesn't go as far as it would, say, if you would have moved to Utah, or back to Wyoming or somewhere like that. Somewhere a little more rural. Your money went a lot further, and you could have got a lot more property. You could have possibly put yourself in a situation where you could have built that one home or built multiple homes for the same money that you would have received from selling those homes in Vegas. But you didn't do that. And we have to keep in mind that when you were talking about making that move and that transition, you had already entered into contract negotiations with TLC, not to increase your money because the show was so popular, but you reduced your salaries at that time because you were trying to save your slot on TLC because they had talked about canceling you. Now, women who would help you build this empire, this lifestyle, and this life that you so readily enjoy, will sit there and say, Kody, we have to protect this. We have to make sure that we are able to sustain what we have. The things that we struggled to get, I want to try to keep. That is a builder. But when you have somebody who looks at the place that you're staying in and insists that they have to stay in a place where each one of their kids have their own room and each one of those rooms is of a certain square footage. In fact, the home that I lived in Las Vegas, although that may have been anywhere from 3,000 to 4,000 square feet, I have to move to my next home that is a rental that has a minimum of 6,000 square feet. I have to move, when we purchase a home, I have to purchase a home that's big as all get out, big, wide as all outside. That's the only way I will feel comfortable. That's not a person who's trying to maintain your wealth. That's a person who's trying to ensure their financial security. So again, it's not about what they said or what she expressed, because I'm sure I could go back and find chapter and verse from season 1, episode 1, or season 1, episode 2, when they first introduced Robyn, where she will say how much she valued the family, how much she was looking forward to being with the family. When Kody was sitting there and he proposed to her essentially with that twine ring that Madison had made. Oh, that's a sign that she's not concerned about the finances and the materialism that goes along with being on a TV show. Nay. Because look at the dress that she picked. Look at the ring that she picked. Look at the vacation that she went on. She went on an 11-day honeymoon. She went on 2 weeks. She was going for 2 weeks on a honeymoon. That's not somebody who's like, oh, well, I understand that we have 13 children that we have to raise. Oh, I'm sorry. At that time, it was 15 children or 16 children that we have to raise. Because Truly was born, and then Robyn's 3 kids coming into the family, and then eventually they had 2 more children while they were in Vegas, and eventually moving into Arizona. So what are we talking about here? That's not somebody who is concerned about ensuring that you protect your money. So, with that being said, my suggestion would be, if you really want to try to delve into it, don't just look and listen to what people say to you or the stories that they tell you, because they're always going to tell you the most flowery, rosy perspective of their life and who they are. Pay attention instead to what they do. Pay attention to the same way you would pick your friends and the people that you associate with. When I pick a friend, I don't listen to that person say, oh yeah, man, I'm a ride and die type dude, man. My homies bros before this and bros before that and all that other stuff. No, no, no. I pay attention to how you treat everybody, not just me. Because people will become friends or associate themselves with somebody or become romantically involved with somebody who treats 99% of the people in their life and people they come in contact with like dirt. But they treat them good. They treat me wonderfully. You know why they do that? Because it's not your turn yet. The problem is that when you have complications with them, they're going to treat you just like they treat everybody else because you are who you are, and you're going to treat people the way you treat people. And when you talk about a builder versus a gold digger, essentially what we're talking about is a person's character. What kind of character do they have? What are their goals, their ambitions? What are the things that they like to do when they enter into these types of relationships? Let's have a deeper discussion about it. We'll talk about it more during the Sister Wife Talk Show this Sunday at 10 p.m. Go ahead and hit me up. If you guys are not yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and give a brother the HBO special. Don't forget to give me that thumbs up. That's my take. I'm James. This has been My Take on Reality, and I'm out. 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side.